Hi and welcome back to our Okinawan Kempo YouTube channel, showcasing some techniques of Kiyojute Ryu. We are continuing a series on the Kihon Jugoho, or the basic 15 techniques of our system, and I got a little excited at the end of the last one because it brings us to Yokogeri, or the side kick. And that may seem like a strange thing to get excited about. Just about every system of karate teaches the side kick very, very early on. It is a foundational, fundamental, sort of universal technique. But the side kick is your longest, strongest weapon. And therefore, cultivating it from the beginning of your training throughout what is hopefully going to be your decades of martial arts practice, developing that weapon is one of the absolutely most valuable things you can do as someone pursuing the art of self-protection. So when we teach side snap kick, phase one, we do it in a very specific way. We do it from the side horse stance, and again, thinking of teaching an absolute new student with no basis and frequently no balance. We teach to cross in front, extend your fist out at the height you are going to kick, and going through this helps teach the concept of sidewaysness to the beginner. I would then pick up my kicking leg, push it out to the side, hitting with the heel and the knife edge, returning it to the floor, and then rewinding. And again, that seems like a lot of unnecessary movement, but we're teaching it this way to try and drive home to the beginner that the kick is sideways. One of the most common things you see is people throwing their side kicks, and this is a non-example, all right, like this. Like they're coming in, even if the bottom of the foot is what is hitting the target, that's not a side kick. I keep my body sideways, I keep my hips sideways, and then that kick shoots out to the side like a piston. And that's what we want to cultivate for our whole martial arts lives, really, okay? That's the phase one. For the phase two, we both adopt a sideways fighting posture. He's going to throw a straight punch, which I block. Now, in the phase two, we don't cross our feet. That is simply to try and teach sidewaysness. In general, crossing your feet is a terrible idea. So instead, I'm just going to shuffle up to about where my belt knot is. That gets me in range to stick him, again, with the heel and knife edge of my foot. And again, you think about that sinking into his body an inch or two and how terrible that could be, and then down and back out. Of course, several levels are possible. The shot to the knee would be a wonderful side kick. To the body is good. You can even attack the joint, going into his shoulder, seeking a separation up high. So that's our phase two. By way of a phase three, I want to illustrate sort of why I love this kick. We really believe in Kiyojute Ryu that most self-defense comes from here. It's the guy that grabs you. It's the guy that gets loud and gets noisy and is getting up in your space, and you have the ability to roll back. Every now and then, though, especially with some of what's popular in the universe today, you may find yourself in a situation where the fight is here, and it has become like a kung fu movie. That's not super likely, but it's at least possible. One of the great things about the side kick is if he just rushes me, I can fire that kick off. If he comes in, I can just fire that kick, just trying to maintain the distance. And then again, thinking of a phase three, you can follow that kick once you've landed a strong blow. Guys, that's such a simple thing, but when the guy's coming in, bam, it doesn't matter if that's his ribs or his wrist or his upper arm, bam, just bang, bang, bang. That's a wonderful kick. And then, of course, if we think about it sinking in to something like the solar plexus, the bladder, how much more is that technique amplified? We hope you will like and subscribe. Give us ring the bell to continue receiving notifications from our channel. Above all, we'd love you to visit our website, which is visible on the screen. There are articles, there are some additional videos, there's information about how to reach out to us and to ask questions. We would love to hear from you and to hear what you think of what we're doing. Thanks.